Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, people? It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another WNBA watch along. Salute, salute. Hope everyone's doing well on this fine Sunday. It's August 10th, and we have our third game of the WNBA schedule today. It'll be between the Atlanta Dream and the Phoenix Mercury. All right, so the starters for the Atlanta Dream and the Mercury were announced, so we'll go through the rosters now. Let's put the timer up. Got about 8.5 minutes until kickoff, and let me get this poll started. Who wins this game? Is it the Dream or is it the Mercury? Starting that poll now on YouTube. Salute to the YouTube gang. All right, starters for the Atlanta Dream. You got Jordan Canada, Tahina Pow, Allisha Gray, Nas Hillmon, and Brianna Jones. For the subs, Rhyne Howard and Brittney Griner are both available to play in today's game. It was announced they would be available. You also have Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, Nia Coffey, Taylor Terry, and Kamaya Smalls. For the Phoenix Mercury, Monica Cole-McConney, Kalia Copper, Satou Sabally, Alyssa Thomas, and Natasha Mack. You got, for their subs, Kat Westbell, Khadijah Laxa, Kalani Brown, Dewana Bonner, and Lexi Held. I think that's everybody. I'm probably missing somebody, but I think that's everybody for the Phoenix Mercury. There's no one to report injured for both teams. Everybody is available for both squads. All right, so as I mentioned, this is the third game of the schedule today. I was at the Liberty game earlier today. You guys already probably know. You can see at the top of the screen, Liberty did lose that game to the Minnesota Lynx, 83-71. More of the same for the Liberty third quarter or second half fall offs. They just can't get it done in the second half. Hey, cuz, what's going on? Salute, salute. Yeah, Liberty. The only positive thing about that game was I got, where's my hand? Where's my hand at? Over there, you can see I got a replica trophy at a championship trophy. It's right over there, next to the Ellie bobblehead. That's the only positive of my Liberty experience today. What up, Tudo? We was chatting in the Discord throughout the game. Being a New York fan was not good today. Yeah, I saw the Yankees got smoked 7-1 or 7-2 to the Astros. So not a good day for New York professional sports, but it is what it is. So currently, these two teams are third and fourth in the standings. With a win today by either, well, one of these teams has to win, but whoever wins, I think, moves into, no, if Phoenix wins, they'll move into second place because they have the tiebreaker over the Liberty in terms of head-to-head matchups. Atlanta, I think, is losing the season series to the Liberty, so they'll stay in third with a tied record. The other game that's going on right now, it's Washington versus Dallas, and Washington has completely taken off. Dallas was winning basically the whole first half, and then Sonia Citron took over in the second half. Sonia Citron, I think she's now scored 18 points in the second half. She was scoreless in the first and has absolutely gone off here. Yeah, because basically I had to use my, every time I go to the game, that you accumulate points for doing a bunch of stuff in the app. So I have all these points there, and I said I might as well just buy something, and that was something that was available. So I think I purchased it like a week ago, and then I was able to pick it up before the game today. They were giving away free hats today to the first 6,000 fans at the Liberty game. I got there maybe 45 to 50 minutes after tip-off, and all the hats were gone. So I didn't get the giveaway today, but I walked away with something. All right. This game, will be starting in about 4.5 minutes. This game is on NBA TV, but I am watching it on League Pass. League Pass is just, it's just much better on League Pass, so that's where I'll be watching it. Looking at this let me go back to this. Looking at the season series between these two teams, Mercury are down 0-2 to the Dream. So the first matchup was on July 23rd. The Dream won that 90-79 on August 1st. The Dream won again 95-72. This is the final matchup of the season series. So no matter who wins or loses, Atlanta will win the season series. So if they end the season tied with the same record like they have now, they will have the tiebreaker. Looking at their recent games, Atlanta has won 4 straight, and they've won 4 of their last 5. Their last loss came on July 29th against the Valkyries. And the Phoenix Mercury, they've won their last 3 in a row, but they have only won 3 of their last 5. Their last loss came on August 1st to this Atlanta team. Right, I think the broadcast is about to start now. Let me turn my volume on so I can actually hear what's going on. Cool. Make sure you fill out your vote in the poll. Who do you think was gonna win today's game? Who do you think will win today's game? Got a full day of games on the W slate. I remember I put out my schedule earlier in the week, at the beginning of last week, I should say. And I said I was gonna do a later game, but yesterday I was like, man, by the time I get home from the Liberty game, I'll have enough time to do this one, and this one has more at stake. So, and it'll probably be a better game to me at least. So, we're doing this game, not the Seattle LA game, and we're definitely not doing the Connecticut Las Vegas game. Eddie said Liberty got no answers for the Lynx. Yeah, it appears that way right now. We played a good first half, and then second half, the first like 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes was great. We built up like a 7-point lead. The Lynx called a timeout, and then it was all Lynx after that. It don't matter who's on the floor for them. No Nafisa. They all know their roles. They're well coached, and they executed really well. Opposed to the Liberty, with another game with 20 plus turnovers. You're never gonna win games when you keep turning the ball over as much as the Liberty have this season. So they got a lot of things to work out. They have a busy week. They play Tuesday and Wednesday in LA and Las Vegas. Then they play the Lynx again on Saturday, and then they play the Lynx again in New York on Tuesday. So busy week for them. The Lynx, I think the Lynx don't play until they play the Liberty on Saturday. So they have a nice long break ahead to game plan again and just to execute like they did today. All right, the broadcast has started for this Atlanta Dream Phoenix Mercury game. What are your predictions for this one? We'll see what happens. Since they're talking about Alyssa Thomas, since the All-Star break, she's averaging 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. I think she had 3 straight triple doubles. Well, I think she has 3 straight triple doubles as of right now. Looking at this other game going on, Washington and Dallas. Washington's up 84-70 with 1 minute 48 seconds to go. They've had a really good second half in which they've taken the lead over the Dallas Wings. Let me look at it. They outscored Dallas 33-17 in the third, and then 20. Now they're outscoring them 21-12 in the fourth. Yeah. Also at the Liberty game, they honored Tari Phillips, one of our Liberty legends, and inducted her into the Ring of Honor. So I'm glad they did that at halftime while the Liberty and the vibes were high, as opposed to after the game, because boy, that would have been a pretty sad Ring of Honor induction if we did it after the way we got handled by the Lynx today. All right, game about to start. I'm gonna stop talking about the Liberty for now. Thought about them enough on the drive home, and as long as they figure things out before the playoffs, this would all be a nice little clip in the season recap when they showing how the Liberty was struggled throughout the season and then raised the trophy in the end. All right, Coach Nate Tibbetts, second season with the Mercury, 38-32 record, and of course Carl Smesko, his first season with the Atlanta Dream. All right, tip off is here, ball is up, and the Phoenix Mercury have possession to start this game off. Alyssa Thomas down to Kalia Copper, right in the center of the paint, and she gets the Mercury on the board immediately. Assist to Alyssa Thomas, first play of the game. RC was good, bro. Feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Jordan Canada gets downhill, dribbles back out, guarded by Alyssa Thomas, shoots to fall away over her, rattles off. Natasha Mack with the rebound. Alyssa Thomas, top of the key, running the point, right side to Satou Sabally. Sabally back down to Alyssa, guarded by Nas Hillmon in the post, right side of the floor, shoots a fall away, tries to go glass, doesn't work. Bree Jones with the rebound. Yeah, RC Dejanay, she was all over the place today in a bad way for the Liberty. Tahina Pow out to Canada. Canada with the ball down to Bree Jones in the post. Attacks Natasha Mack, steps through, misses, tip rebound to herself, goes up with the left, misses again, and tip rebound to Alyssa Thomas. So 2 bites at the apple, couldn't come through. Copper in transition for 3, way off. Almost put a crack in the backboard there. Rebound to Tahina Pow. Pow over to Nas, back to Pow. Back to Nas, up top to Canada. Canada, right side of the floor. Couldn't get it to Gray, but gets it to Bree Jones. Over to Pow. Pow off the screen, gets downhill, spins into the paint, throws up the floater, and scores. So nice spin move by the rookie Tahina Pow to get the Dream on the board. 22. I said 22. 2-2. 2-2. Alyssa Thomas hook pass over to Natasha Mack, left side of the floor. Mack tries to attack. Bree Jones goes up, throws up a wild layup, and misses. Rebound to Hillmon, over to Canada. Over to Hillmon, left side to Pow. Pow reverses against the screen, goes left. Back up top to Hillmon, over to Bree Jones, top of the key, right side to Canada. Canada's left open for 3, short, long rebound goes out of bounds. So ball goes to the Mercury. Ball in play with the Atlanta Dream. Ball almost gets stolen by the Dream, but the Mercury retained possession. Alyssa Thomas with the ball, guarded tightly by Hillmon. Alyssa Thomas gets cut off by Canada, and the foul is on Canada. Nas Hillmon, the Dream coach Carl Smesko is opting to put Nas Hillmon guarding tightly on Alyssa Thomas on the perimeter. A lot of teams opt to give her the space since she's not a shooter, but Nas Hillmon playing real close to make those passes tougher. Alyssa Thomas spins off, throws up a wild layup, it bounces around and scores. So that's the thing when guarding Alyssa Thomas. She's really quick and strong. She's able to get to her spot, banks in the layup. It's 4-2 Phoenix. Bree Jones in the post. They send a late double. Bree Jones under the basket, corner to Pow. Pow for 3, and she knocks it down. Pow with her 5th point of the game. So it's 5-4. Dream on top. I'm going to put the who's on the court here at the bottom of your screens, so you can see, and a miss there by the Mercury. Rebound to Hillmon. Pow with the rock. 56% of Pow shots have been from downtown. I think that's 2nd or 3rd in the lead. I know Maureen Johannes at the Liberty shoots like 70% of her shots from downtown. Pow with the ball. Over to Nas Hillmon. Down to Bree Jones. Over Mack and scores. Bree Jones sealed her right under the basket. Got the entry pass. Easy layup. 7-4 Dream. Alyssa Thomas spin move. Throws up that floater and scores. So Alyssa Thomas going right at Nas Hillmon now. Gets the basket and finish. Who's this? Allisha Gray over to Jordan Canada for another three, this time from the left wing, and Jordan Canada cashes out from three. 10-6 Atlanta. All right, he said I'm hanging on to my Aces fandom. As who's that? Cole McConney misses the three. Like the movie The Rock. What do you have? Yeah, man. I mean, listen, the Aces they moving their way up in the standings here, so don't fall off yet. And a foul called by a Cole McConney on Allisha Gray as she was running the court. All right, I could stop this. The Dallas Wings end up losing this game here. Brittney Griner is checked in. She's coming off the bench. She was dealing with a neck injury. So they're gonna be playing her limited minutes. She's back. She's in the game for Bree Jones. Ball over to Pow down to BG. BG skip pass over to Allisha Gray. Her clean look is off the back rim. Rebound to Sammy Whitcomb, who's also checked into the game here. Thomas over to Copper. Copper comes off the screen from Westbell. Steps back for a three. Tough shot. And Hillmon gets the rebound. Hillmon already racking up the boards here in this one. Ball over to Rhyne Howard, who's also checked in. She was coming off the bench. Her and BG have been dealing with injuries. Rhyne Howard pump fakes out to Hillmon. Hillmon for three. And Hillmon knocks it down. And Naz Hillmon had only shot like 5 career threes before this season. She shot about 40 this season. And she's been knocking them down at a pretty good clip as well. 13-6 Dream. Sammy Whitcomb comes off the screen. Bounce past to AT. Guarded by BG. All these acronyms. AT for the floater. Misses. BG one-hand snag. And gets it over to Rhyne Howard. Mercury struggling here right now to put the ball in the basket. And Rhyne Howard, that should be a foul. Rhyne Howard gets tripped up on her way to the basket. And they do call it. All right, so timeout on the floor. 13-6, the visiting Dream up over the home team Mercury. 4:09 to go. All right, cool. So pretty good start for the Dream here so far. RC's have the Sparks lose tonight. The Lynx clinch a playoff spot? Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, they are pretty far ahead, but I didn't know that was an implication there. That's dope though. Congrats to them. They're able to clinch already. I mean, they have been having an outstanding season. Only lost 5 games. Everybody else has lost at least 11. So they are playing really well. They've only lost 1 home game. So as much as I want to hate them, I can't hate them, man. There's just greatness right now. And they're just a really well coached team. Don't matter. Nafisa was out today, and they still ended up beating my team, so I can't even hate. Can't even hate. All right, we're going to take a look at the box scores. Give me a moment here as I pull that up. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in for some WNBA watch-alongs. Halftime we'll talk about the schedule and then my watch-along schedule for the week. I already created it. I just have to put it out. All right, so I need to zoom in here. It's far. Anyways, so you got Bree Jones, played 4 minutes, has 2 points. Naz Hillmon with 3 points. You got 3 for Canada and 5 for the rookie Pow. For the Phoenix Mercury, you got Alyssa Thomas with 4. And you have 2 from Kalia Copper. That's their 6 points so far. So that is the box score. 13-6 is the score. Broadcast is coming back now. RC says, so Boston can't get a team, huh, Jay? Not unless they pay a huge penalty fee. That's crazy. Yeah. It's an interesting situation there. I know they said Boston didn't submit a bid in the last, like, I guess, bids that they've been having. But they wanted to buy the Connecticut Sun and move them to Boston. But I guess the league has an issue with that. It's a lot of confusion going on with the relocation or expansion or whatever the case may be. I think they want a brand new team in Boston. I don't think they want a repurposed team in Boston. At least the league. I know there was talks of moving the Sun to Hartford. Because that's where there's a lot of support for women's basketball in the northern Connecticut area where UConn, UConn is in Connecticut, of course, and they usually play at the XL Center in Hartford, so that would make things pretty interesting. Game back in play as Rhyne Howard hits the first free throw. They called a shooting foul on that foul before the timeout. What up, Chemo? Salute. Expansion team fees are lucrative. Yeah, and that's what Kathy Engelbert has been focused on. You see, the last one that just went through was like 250 million for a team. Oh, good defense by Jordan Canada as Dewana Bonner checks in. She gets the deflection on that entry pass. Jordan Canada gets downhill, pump fakes, reverses, throws it out to Rhyne Howard, pump fakes, relocate, corner three, off, and fight for the rebound, goes off Copper's hands, and she secures it. Copper, almost carries, gets it over to Alyssa Thomas. Thomas back to Copper. Copper drives left side out to Sammy Whitcomb. Quick release, cash. Sammy Whitcomb wide open for three. Has one of the quickest releases in the W. I think it's between her and Kayla McBride. And they're both 3-point marksmen. Knocks down the three there. Her first points of the game. 15-9 is the score. Rhyne Howard with the ball. Hand off to Allisha Gray. Gray, top of the key, right side to Canada. Canada drives left-hand side, gets into the paint, goes up with the left-hand layup, and scores over Whitcomb. Jordan, Canada with the basket there. She's up to 5 points. 17-9 is the score. Approaching 3 minutes to go here. Under 3 minutes, I should say, to go. Alyssa Thomas with the ball. Down to Dewana Bonner. They call a foul on Allisha Gray on that entry pass. Kayla McBride will never be the quickest guard, but she could put him up. Yeah, man. If you're not up on that screen on that pick, she coming off that screen and firing before you can even blink your eye. She did that a couple times to us today. Sammy Whitcomb with the ball. She gets another three off the front rim. Jordan Canada with the rebound. Ball gets tipped out of her hand, but they call a foul on Akoa Makani. You're saying it's a foul. I don't think they're going to review it. Ball in play here with the Dream. Allisha Gray comes off the screen going left. Right side to Canada. Down to Bree Jones. Bree Jones against Westbelt. Out to Coffee. Left side to Maya Caldwell. Drives baseline. Finds the rolling Bree Jones, who's wide open and gets an easy basket. That's great ball movement by the Dream. And Westbelt almost travels. She gets the pass back from Akoa Makani. Long rebound gets tipped off Canada to Westbelt. And Westbelt off the pass from Akoa Makani on the second chance opportunity scores this time, 19-11. Canada with the ball. Canada out to Coffee. Left side to Allisha Gray. Allisha Gray rejects the screen. Goes left. Gets into the paint. Jump pass to Canada. Back to Allisha Gray. Right side of the floor now. On the wing. Over to Bree Jones. Dribble handoff to Gray. Over to Maya Caldwell. Wide open on the wing for three. And it's off. Rebound to Thomas. I do like the ball movement, though. The ball is moving around side to side. Alyssa Thomas shifts on Nia Coffee. Smokes the layup, though. Gets her own rebound. Bonner over to Westbelt. Westbelt for three, and she's short. Long rebound. Allisha Gray tracks it down. 19-11. Gray with the rock. Right side of the floor. Over to Bree Jones. Back to Gray. Gray drives right side of the floor. Goes under the basket and scores on Akoa Makani. Allisha Gray is on the board now. Her first basket of the game is 21-11. AT picks up her dribble. Looking for somebody right side to Westbell. Back to AT. Top of the key here. Hand off to Akol Makani. She loads up for a three. Top of the key and buries it. And then Bonner steals the inbound pump fake and gets blocked by Coffee, but they call a foul. DeWanna Bonner is so good at that. People so get into such a routine of on a made basket, they just step out of bounds and try to throw it in. DeWanna Bonner picks it right out the air and gets fouled. Oh, they say, oh, so, okay, Bonner's at the line. I thought they were going to say that was on the floor. Bonner's at the line for 2 free throws. Bonner at the line. First free throw is up. She knocks it down. Satou Sabally checks back into the game, as well as Natasha Mack. Alyssa Thomas and Westbell both get a breather. Bonner at the line. Second free throw going up and knocks it down. Bree Jones inbounds it to Jordan Canada. Canada, left side of the floor, crosses half court here. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Canada goes back left, gets cut off, goes under the basket, pump fakes, goes off balance, misses. Bonner with the rebound. Bonner crosses half court here. Bonner looking to get it to somebody. She's still dribbling, gets to the screen going right, picks up her dribble. Hand off to Akol Makani. Makani over, up top to Bonner. Bonner for three, and Bonner cashes in from three. 8-0 run for Phoenix to make this a 2-point game. 20 seconds to go. About a second difference between shot clock and game clock here. Canada at the half court line. Canada dribbling. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Gets the fake screen from Hillmon. Escapes the trap here. Canada cross court pass to Caldwell. Over to Pow. Hillmon for top of the key three. And it trickles in. It like hit off the back of the rim and then just fell into the rim. Wow. Timely shot by Naz Hillmon. That's her second three of the game. And a much needed basket for the Dream going to the end of the first. It's 24-19 at the end of the first quarter. Naz Hillmon with 2 threes. And that was a pretty funny one. Literally, I thought it was a brick, but it sat on the back of the rim and then just fell in. But listen, you'd rather be lucky than good sometimes. Rather be lucky than good. All right, let's take a look. End of the first, Atlanta up 24-19. You got Bree Jones with 4 points and 2 rebounds. Naz Hillmon with 6 and 3 rebounds on 2 made threes. Allisha Gray with 2. 5 for Canada, 5 for Pow. So all 5 starters have scored for the Dream. Rhyne Howard off the bench with 2 points. She made 2 free throws. Nobody else has scored. They're shooting 52% from the field, 50% from 3. Phoenix Mercury. You got Alyssa Thomas with 4 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. So she's working on another triple-double. Natasha Mack, no points, none for Satou Sabally, 2 for Kalia Copper, and 3 for Monica Cole Makani. Off the bench, you have Bonner with a quick 5 points in 4 minutes, 2 for Westbeld, and 3 for Sammy Whitcomb. They're shooting 35% from the floor, 33% from 3. And both teams taking care of the ball. Both teams have only 1 turnover each. So that is the score. AR, what up? What up? Salute. Colin says, who I got in this one? I'm thinking Dream. I've been thinking Dream. Dream on a nice 4-game winning streak right now. They already beat the Mercury 2 times already out of the 3 matchups. This is the 3rd matchup here. So they could sweep the season series with a win in this one. Liz, what's going on? Salute. Good to see you in the chat again. Salute. Jay Harbin, salute. I got somebody room for the Dream. I think it's the first time I see you in the chat. Thanks for joining. Salute. We're at a timeout right. What are we at? End of the first quarter. Yeah, end of the first quarter right now. The Atlanta Dream on top, 24-19. Empire, what's good, Empire? Just watched the Mystics battle the. Yeah, I was watching that on my secondary screen here. It was all Dallas until the second half, and then Sonya Citron. Well, I should say Kitron. Kiki and Sonya started to put in work here. Got some help there from what's her name? Steph Dolson and them. But it was really those two. Citron had a big second half, and they ended up blowing out the Dallas Wings in that one. Liz, yeah, the Liberty game was great till it wasn't. I was at the game. It was pretty it was good vibes all the way up to halftime. We had inducted somebody into the Ring of Honor, Tari Phillips, and then it was all bad afterwards. And Naz Hillmon, that's three threes. I'm sorry, I'm over here chatting about foolishness, and Naz Hillmon has hit all three of her threes. If you're just joining, I mentioned Naz Hillmon before this season. She has shot probably five threes in total in her whole career. She's already like quadruple past it, and a block by Bree Jones on Kalia Copper. What a block. I'm gonna get the correct stats for you because I'm not making up those numbers. Before this season, she shot maybe four total threes. She shot probably about 60 this season already. It feels like. Ball over to Copper. Copper off the inbound. Baseline jump shot is off, and Hillmon again with the rebound. Naz Hillmon, she noticed what she needed to do to expand her game or what would make her a more um dangerous player. And she came back this season firing. Oh, Jay. Oh, damn. Too many J's here. I got Jay Smooth, Jay Harbin, Jay Jordan, and a shot clock violation by the Dream. Curtis, what's going on? Yeah, you're right. You live by the three, you die by the three. You're absolutely right there. But that's the methodology of this coach Carl Smesko coming out of the college ranks at Florida Gulf Coast. His teams were known, from what I've heard, for shooting a bunch of threes. And so he even has Bree Jones shooting three, Brittney Griner shooting threes. So everybody on this roster got to be able to shoot the three at least. Mac, baseline jump shot is off. Rebound to Allisha Gray. Scores 27-19. Allisha Gray runs by everybody, tries to hit Niles Hillmon in the corner for another three. It gets deflected out of bounds. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm looking at Niles Hillmon stuff. So Niles Hillmon, she came into the league in 2000. I said 2000. 2022. Uh, after I see this play, I'll inform you. Brittney Griner, fall away jump shot, misses, rebound to Akol Makani. Akol Makani dancing behind the Bonner screen, right side to Satou. She hasn't shot the basketball yet. She's on my fantasy team. She need to put in work here. I need the points. Allisha Gray gets called for the foul on Satou. So Naz Hillmon got drafted in 2000. I keep saying that 2022. Between 2022 and 2024, she's only shot, what's that? Six threes. She was 1 for 6 from three in 3 seasons. This season, she's 35 for 108 for 32%. Ball and play with the Mercury though. Satou attacks Naz Hillmon. Spin move into the middle of the floor. Double clutches. Tries to go glass and misses completely. Canada picks up the loose ball. 1J is cool. 2J's is great. 3J's is 10 times. And Caldwell with the basket. I'm over here looking down at the comments and Caldwell getting to the rack. 30-19. Atlanta doing what they did the last couple games against the Mercury. Just getting into the paint and beating them to death. Satou with the ball. They don't know what to do here. Satou calls for the screen. Satou dribbles right. Shoots a contested three. And she's way short. Naz Hillmon, another rebound. I'm going to catch up with these comments. I got to make sure I keep up with the action. That's what the people are here for. Canada gets downhill. Doesn't get the foul. Going to the left for the left-hand layup. Rebound to Satou. Canada's on the floor in the backcourt. They have numbers. Oh, a bad pass by Whitcomb. And Canada ends up with the loose ball. Over to Allisha Gray. Oh, does the little D-Wade goes over her head for the layup. Timeout. Nate Tibbetts. It's 32-19. They're outscoring them 8-0 in this quarter. So they had numbers on one possession. A bad pass. Canada gets the steal, gets it to Allisha Gray. D Wade, my favorite player ever, and does the Euros over her head, lays it in with the left. All right, now let's get to it. 32-19. 32-19 is the score. 8-0 run in this to start this second quarter. So you got 4 points for Jones, 9 for Naz Hillmon on 3 made threes, 4 for Allisha Gray, 5 for Canada, and 5 for Pow Pow, and you have 3 for Caldwell, 2 for Ryan Howard. Phoenix struggling right now, 4 for Thomas, 2 for Kalia Copper, 3 for Monica Cole-McConney. Satou Sabally taking 3 shots, hasn't made 1. 5 for Bonner, 2 for Westbeld, and 3 for Whitcomb. All right, let me catch up on the comments I missed. Daniel said, "What up, Jay? What up, Daniel? On your way to the Sparks game?" I was gonna do that game, but I changed my mind. Hope all is well, my friend. Hope you guys can pull off a win. You guys are fighting for that 8th seed. I'm scrolling back up to the top. Okay, I talked a lot of these comments about the Jays in the spot. Salute to all the Jays. Coach Curtis in the chat. Con Landon said the Atlanta Dream are starting to really pick up Carl Smesco's offense. Watch other teams try to copy Atlanta's style, especially Indiana. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I do want to pull up Naz Hillmon's stats for y'all to see, so y'all can see I'm lying about what this young lady has been able to do. Let me see if there you go. Let me see if I can zoom in. So as you can see, Naz Hillmon was drafted in 2022. Let me see. She was the round 2, 15th pick by the Atlanta Dream. So regular season total, 2022. If we look at the threes over here, so she was 0 for 2 in 2022, 0 for 1 in 2023, 1 for 3 in 2024. So that's 1 for 6 in 3 seasons. This is 2025, 35 for 108. She's taken 108 threes so far. And how many games have they played? 30 games. And she's 35 for 108, shooting 32% from the floor this season. And she's already 3 for 3 today. All right, what is Pow Pow's real name? It's Tahina Pow Pow. That's her real name. And Ryan Howard is back, coach. Ryan Howard is back. She's coming off the bench today. They're playing her and Griner in limited minutes. Just to work them back from injury. Didn't want to really mess up how the starters were having a nice chemistry here. Since they've been out. Oh, what a steal by Canada. Dewana Bonner spins right back into her. Canada with the steal. Rips it right out of her hand. Canada in and out dribble. Blows right by Bonner and scores. Jordan, Canada, quick as a cat. In and out dribble to the right and scoop and score. My bad. There we go. Put that there for y'all. 34-19. My clock is a little behind. I got to fix the time. It's 6:20 to go. Let me fix the time while I'm over here chatting. Ball with the Dream, though. Canada has the ball. 6:10 in the quarter. Gets it down to Griner. Griner back out to Hillmon. Hillmon, another 3. Can she make it 4? She misses her first 3 of the game. Ball goes out of bounds. It's 6:03 to go. Let me hurry up and get my clock ready. There we go. 6:03 to go. And ball is in play here with the Phoenix Mercury. AT, top of the key with the rock. Hand off to Sammy Whitcomb. Comes off that screen. Has he moved? Gets into the paint. Tries to drop it off to Alyssa Thomas. Gets the ball stolen. Turnover. Mercury. Maya Caldwell with it. Hits it over to Gray. Corner to Hillmon. Hillmon pump fakes. Gets down the lane. Oh, tries to bounce pass. That should be a kick ball by Westbeld. And it is. Yeah, Pow Pow is of Samoan descent. Thanks, Chemo, for that. They embracing ATL culture, finding their swag. Yeah. 34-19, 5:39 to go here in the second quarter. It's been all Dream here. 12-0 in the second quarter. Ryan Howard over to Nia Coffee. Handoff back to Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard, has he moves, dribbles back out to 3. Allisha down to Bree Jones. Bree Jones in the post against Westbell. Spins. Loses the ball. Pump fakes. Goes up and scores. That's what big players need to do. I'm talking to you, Liberty. You got Jonquil, like Chris Bosh with the Heat out on the perimeter. The big players need to be in the post doing post work. Ball over to Westbell in the corner for three. And Westbell gets the corner three right in front of the Atlanta Dream bench. Rhyne Howard with the ball. 5 minutes to go here in the second. Rhyne Howard drives by Sammy. Oh, snatch back on Sammy. Goes left to right crossover. Gets fouled there by Sammy. She tried to snatch back and then left to right cross. Sammy Whitcomb trips her up on that one. Salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. We do watch-alongs all season long. 36-22, 4:52 to go here in the first half. Atlanta has been all Atlanta. 12-3 in this quarter in favor of the Dream. Bree Jones with the ball. Gets it over to Allisha Gray. Allisha loads up for a three. Thought she got hit on the elbow. They don't call it, and it goes out of bounds. She's saying she hit me on the elbow. AT inbounds it to Sammy. 36-22. Sammy calls out the play here. Sammy gets it over to Thomas, top of the key. Thomas back to Sammy. Sammy drives right. Right corner to Bonner. Bonner corner three, and she knocks it in. DeWanna Bonner for three in the corner. So Bonner off the bench, giving the Mercury a spark here. Bonner, what she has? Bonner up to 8 points off the bench. Allisha Gray into the paint, gets fouled this time. She said, you're not going to call the foul on the jump shot. I'm going to go into the teeth of the defense. Draws the foul, and she'll go to the line. Quiet game so far for Allisha Gray. She only has 4 points. Going to the line for free throws. Maddox, what's going on? You still gotta have a healthy Liberty over Lynx in the series? That's the key word, healthy. We'll see if they can get healthy. Allisha Gray hits the first free throw. Allisha Gray, rattles in and out the second. 37-25. Sammy with the ball, guarded tightly by Caldwell. Gets it over to Thomas. Thomas, attack. Left to right crossover on her former teammate Bree Jones. Gets it to Westbell. Westbell, one leg fall away, center of the paint, and misses. Rebound to Bree Jones. Left side to Rhyne Howard. Howard, her first game back in a couple weeks due to injury. Nia Coffey gets it down to Bree Jones. Back out to Nia Coffey. Nia Coffey drives. Tries to attack Bonner. She's bumbling, stumbling. Gets it over to Bree. Over to Allisha Gray for three. And way off. But Coffey gets the rebound over to Caldwell. She has to put it up. It didn't hit the backboard. And Alyssa Thomas gets that second chance opportunity. Foul called by Rhyne Howard on Alyssa Thomas. 37. Sorry, my score is wrong. It's 37-25. Is the score 37-25. Satou Sabally checks in. Kalia Copper goes to the bench. Pow about to check back in at the next dead ball. So Akol Makani with the ball. Hands it off to Sammy. Up top to Thomas. And Thomas gets her pass picked off by Caldwell. Bounce pass to Bree Jones. Spin move into the paint over Thomas. She smokes the layup though. But Caldwell gets the loose ball. And it's a jump ball between Whitcomb and Caldwell. Man, that made me tighten up a little bit. Bree Jones with a spin move on Alyssa Thomas, and she just blew the finish. But it's a jump ball here. Max, do I agree? If they're healthy, yes. If they're... Because the Minnesota Lynx have the power of friendship on their side. I'm not saying we don't have friendship, but... Their bond is just a little different than our bond on the court. Whitcomb versus Caldwell. Caldwell tips it, gets it to Pow. Pow Pow dribbles out of traffic. She's trapped. Alyssa Thomas rips the ball right out of her hand. Over to Akomakani, layup, and she smokes the layup. Rebound to Pow Pow and gets it over to Canada. Canada pushing it in transition. Gets it over to Hillmon, over to Canada. Down to Bree Jones. Bree Jones spins off Westbell. That's barbecue chicken. She smokes it, but gets her own rebound. Out to Pow Pow. Pow Pow. Down to Bree Jones. Pass was a little behind her. And it's a foul there on Bree Jones. Pow Pow, the pass was to Bree Jones' right while she was going left. And Bree Jones ends up with the foul. Maddox, I mean, you can see the chemistry that the Lynx have. No matter who's on the court, everybody is still doing and knowing their role, and they're pulling off I can't even speak. Wins for the Liberty. Our team is built so that everybody has to be playing for us to win. If one piece is out of position, then we tend to struggle. That's funny. They put up the wrong the wrong slate on the broadcast. They put game has ended instead of game in progress or whatever. Thailand said, I think Atlanta will become a top destination for WNBA free agents. Yeah. I think they will be. Once we find out how the expansion draft is going to take place, what the rules are going to be for the 2-team expansion draft, then I can have a better idea of how teams are going to look next year. Jay Harbin says, Con the smallest arena but biggest crowd. Yeah, y'all really do have to. Yeah, between y'all and Washington for the smallest arena. But y'all fighting though. Y'all gonna be a tough out in the playoffs for whoever y'all play. Looking like y'all gonna be a top 4 seed. So, and so we running this team back. Listen, man, the expansion draft gonna snatch some people away, Jay. So you never know. You gonna have to lose somebody. Somebody gotta go. Maddox, what I mean by bond, I mean you could see the chemistry that the Minnesota Lynx have no matter who's on the floor. I'm not saying the Liberty players aren't close and they don't have chemistry, but you can see even when times get hard, no matter who's on the floor, they just know how to get it done. For us, that the same thing. They don't really have super bad lapses like we've been having. Like we've been talking about the Liberty, how their third quarters have been an issue since 2 years ago and nothing's changed. You're never gonna see a Lynx team that has 20 plus turnover games multiple times in the season. They're just a very well disciplined, well coached team, and everybody plays to their role. Sometimes the Liberty, when it's going good, everything looks good, but once they get out of that rhythm, stuff gets bad real quick, as we saw today. Ball and Play with the Dream broadcast is back on. 37-25 is the score. Thomas gets it over to Akomakani. Pulls up for a 3, misses. Long rebound to Naz Hillmon. It took a weird bounce off of her and it goes out of bounds. Phoenix will get another opportunity here. Con Landing, looking at that comment, I mean, they had some pretty big changes. They added Brittney, Griner, and Bree Jones. So, I mean, those are pretty big changes. And Sabally finally knocks down a 3. Satou Sabally, her first basket of the game. 37-28. Canada over to Hillmon. Hillmon looking for Griner in the post. Griner attacks Thomas, goes up, and banks it in. 39-28. Ball with Alyssa Thomas. Thomas, right side of the floor. Thomas down to Satou. Satou just hit a 3. What can she do? She attacks, spins back to the center of the floor, and goes glass. Satou with a quick 5. 39-30. A minute 36 to go here in the second quarter. Canada calling out the play here. Canada down to BG. BG faces up, rips baseline, spins back center, out top to Hillmon. Hillmon pump fakes for three, gets down the center of the floor. Out to Allisha Gray, bad pass, turnover. Why isn't my clock going? It's 1:21 to go. 1:21 to go, y'all. I thought my clock froze up here. 1:21. There we go. Ryan Howard checking back in here. I don't think Atlanta will win the championship, but they will make it to the second round at least. Satou with the ball over to Thomas. Thomas doesn't hand it off. Now gets it to Satou and a foul on Ryan Howard. Yeah, Liz, the same thing. Like as much as I hate I don't want to say hate the Lynx, but as much as I hate playing against the Lynx, I gotta respect them. They're a really good team. Really good team. Really good team. Copper with the ball, left hand dribble. Copper picks up her dribble over to Thomas. Thomas push shot from the foul line, knocks it down. A minute to go here in the second quarter. 39-32. Phoenix crawling their way back into it. Canada with the ball. Alyssa Thomas on triple-double watch. 6 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. Canada gets into the center of the lane. Double clutches. Oh, off the rim. And they call a foul on BG over the back. Hey, Bueller, what's going on? Salute, salute. Defense does win championships, coach. But offense also wins championships as well. Why wouldn't the Atlanta Dream win? Because I think Minnesota or New York will beat them in the series. Anything is possible, but in my opinion, I don't think they'll win the championship because they're gonna have to face 2 other good teams. And as much as Atlanta has been beating New York in the first half of the games they played, they failed to close, and New York beat them 2 times already this season. But the playoffs are different. Anything can happen, but based off what I've seen and what I believe, Atlanta, they'll be a second round team this year, which is a better than last year. They got eliminated in the first round. As Alyssa Thomas hits both free throws, sorry guys, 39-34. But they'll run into a better team and lose, in my opinion. Second foul on Satou there. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Phoenix is in the bonus though. One more foul by the Mercury on the Dream, and the Dream will be in the bonus as well. Canada with the ball over to Nas. Left side to Caldwell. Caldwell, wing 3 is up, misses. Alyssa Thomas with the rebound. And shot clock is about a half a second apart. 13 seconds, 12, 11, 10. Alyssa Thomas at half court, waving off people. Calls for Satou. She attacks Nas. Hillmon spins back middle, throws up a wild shot, misses. Rebound to Hillmon. With 1 second, Ryan Howard from 3/4 court, not even close. And that's how the game ended. So at the end of the first half, it's Phoenix 30. What is it? 34. I added 2 points to Phoenix by accident. It's 39-34 Dream over the Mercury. Let's get ready for the third quarter. Dang, I didn't even change my thing for the second quarter. I'm all over the place today. Liberty got my head spinning from that loss earlier today. Let's take a look at the box scores momentarily. And let's get the halftime bug up so we can keep track of halftime. 15 minutes for halftime starting now. And halftime is underway. All right. So 32-9. Oh, no, they need to refresh this. This is the wrong score. There we go. 39-34 is the score at halftime. The Dream over the Mercury. Phoenix clawed back in at the second part of that second half. They were getting outscored 11-0 or 11-3 at one point. They go on a nice run to make it 15-15 in the second quarter. 5-point game again. For the Atlanta Dream. You got Bree Jones with 6 points, 4 rebounds in 12 minutes. You got Naz Hillmon with 9 points and 6 rebounds. All of her points have come from 3-point range. Allisha Gray, quiet half so far. 5 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. You got 7 for Jordan Canada, 5 for Tahina Pow Pow in her start. Off the bench, Coffee with none. You have 2 for Griner, 3 for Colwell, and 2 for Ryan Howard. For the Phoenix Mercury, we got Alyssa Thomas with 8 points and 7 rebounds, 4 assists. So she's on triple-double watch again. Natasha Mack yet to score. Satou Sabally with 5, 2 for Kalia Copper, 3 for Okoa Makani. Off the bench, Dawana Bonner gave them 8. You got 5 for Kat Westbeld and 3 for Sammy Whitcomb. If we take a look at the team stats, you have the Atlanta Dream shooting 44% from the field, Phoenix shooting 34%. From 3, the Dream are shooting 37%, 6 for 16. The Mercury shooting 42%, 6 for 14. Both teams have shot only 4 free throws. Atlanta's 3 for 4. The Mercury 4 for 4. Atlanta winning the rebounding battle 19-15. They're winning the assist battle 12-9, winning the steals battle 5-3, the blocks battle 1-0. Total turnovers, both teams have 5 apiece. Dream have conceded 7 points off of their 5 turnovers. The Mercury have conceded 6 off of their 5. Fast break points in favor of the Dream, not too many in this game, 3-0. 18 points in the paint for the Dream, 10 for the Mercury. And then the fouls. Their largest lead of the game was 17 by the Dream. The Mercury had a 2-point lead. Yeah, it's a very interesting half. Nobody in double figures. That's a good point, Chemo. Nobody has touched double figures. Closest person is Naz Hillmon with 9 points for the Dream. That's the closest person on both teams close to double figures. All right. As much as I don't want to rehash this because it's painful to look at this again, we're going to take a look at the games from earlier. We'll start off with the first game of the day, which was between the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty. That game took place at 12:30 Eastern time. The Minnesota Lynx, without Nafisa, beat the Liberty, who are without Breanna Stewart, 83-71 in New York. That was a painful game to watch in that second half. As you can see from the first half, the Liberty were up, or I think the Liberty were up at the end of the first. And then we had our induction for Tari Phillips into the Liberty Ring of Honor. And then you can see what happened in the third. The Lynx outscored the Liberty 30-19 and then 17-14 in the fourth. Final score 83-71. Looking at the box score here, Alana Smith was doing it all. 8 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks. She was basically doing everything for them. Bridget Carlton, not a prolific game for her. She only had 3 points. Jessica Shepard had a good start, and then she didn't really play too much afterwards. But Kayla McBride with 18 points on 4 made threes. Courtney Williams with 14 and 7 assists with 5 rebounds. Dejanay Carrington, what a pickup for the Lynx. She ended with 15 points, 2 steals, 6 rebounds, knocked down 2 threes back-to-back to extend that lead in the third quarter. Klondikova came and gave some good minutes, 6 points and 5 rebounds. And then Natisha Heidemann, 13 off the bench for her. Lynx, they forced so many turnovers. That was their main thing. For New York, as you can see, not a pretty balanced scoring, but nobody actually putting in as much work as they should. Leonie Fibich, not one of her good games at all. 6 points for her. She was getting just bullied in the paint, they were trying to find the mismatch with her, and she would just end up falling on the floor or losing the ball in the post. I'm not sure what's going on with her. Emma Mieseman, probably her worst game in the Liberty colors so far. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, but did have 4 turnovers. As you can see from everybody in the Liberty starting lineup, they had 2 or more turnovers, so that's not a recipe for success. Jonquel Jones, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, had 3 turnovers. Was messing up a lot of defensive switches. Did have a couple 3 blocks, but the switches on the perimeter really show her weakness there. Natasha Cloud was hooping for us, 14 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. And Sabrina Ionescu, after winning Player of the Month, she hasn't been playing as strongly recently. 10 points, 4 turnovers, 5 assists, 0 for 6 from 3. So 4 for 15 overall. Off the bench, Maureen Johannes gave 10 points, 9 for Isabel Harrison. She was another bright spot. None for Steph Talbot and Rebecca Gardner. As you can see, the Liberty had 18 turnovers. I think they had 20, but for some reason, a lot of sites have it differently. If I go on ESPN, let me see what they say. Yeah, ESPN says the Liberty. Oh no, they said they had 18 turnovers. So 18 turnovers for the Liberty. Another close to 20-point turnover game. All right, let's take a look at the other game that took place right after it. Well, not right after it, more like 4 p.m. Eastern. It was between the Washington Mystics and the Dallas Wings, 91-78. 91-78. As you can see in the first half, it was all all Wings, excuse me. 23-18 in the first, 18-12 in the second. And then you see the Mystics flip the switch, 33-17 in the third, and then 28-20 in the fourth for a 91-78 win. (91-78). Looking at the scores, it's Sonia Citron. She had no points in the first half, 18 in the second half, 18.6 assists, 5 rebounds for young Sonia. Kiki Iriafen, 23 points, 10 rebounds, double-double for the rookie. Steph Dolson got to start for the injured Shakira Austin. She had 14 points on 2 made threes. Jade Melbourne with 8, Shug Sutton with 0. Off the bench, Alicia Clark with 9. We had 11 for Emily Engslers, 8 for JC Sheldon. Dallas, Arike Gumbawale, 12 points. 11 for Haley Jones. Geisel Suter with 10. Paige Beckers with 17. Not too much else in terms of other stats. Grace Berger with none. Off the bench, you got 8 from Hines Allen, 9 from Maddie Seegers, 9 from Quinterly, 2 from Zaza James, and none from Diamond Miller. So that's how those 2 games went down. And let's take a look at the standings. If I could pull the standings up here. So these are the WNBA standings. I'll take a look at the comments in a minute. Just want to get through this before we're done here. Standings, as you can see, Minnesota Lynx. Let me refresh this just to make sure I got everything. So let me zoom in as well. Minnesota Lynx 27-5. You got the Liberty at 20-11. If the Phoenix Mercury win, they'll move into second. If the Dream win, they'll stay in third here. Both the Dream and the Mercury 19-11 currently until this game is over. Indiana in 5th, 18-14. Las Vegas 17-14. 7th, the Storm have dropped down to 7th, 16-15. Golden State Valkyries hanging on to that 8th seed with a 15-15 record. And right behind them, you have the Sparks at 14-16, the Mystics at 14-17, and then the rest of the pack below. So that's, remember, the playoffs is the top 8 seeds regardless of conference for the playoffs. So if the playoffs ended at this exact moment, Minnesota and Golden State would play in the first round. Then it'll be New York versus Seattle, Atlanta versus Vegas, and then Phoenix and Indiana in the first round best of 3 matchup. All right, cool. So that's the standings. Let me look at the comments before I go take a look at the upcoming schedule. Maddox said Liberty could have won, but turnovers killed them. I mean, yeah. But that's a Liberty problem. The Liberty turned the ball over. They kept throwing it to Minnesota. So you got to credit Minnesota for that. And you can talk about the Liberty for turning the ball over so much. Coach Curtis says, does Atlanta win this game? They just came back. I think Atlanta will still be able to pull this off. They just got to continue to play that inside out game that they've been doing, and they'll be okay. Max said, but Jay, it's okay. Lynx got us, but a healthy Liberty. I got them beating the Lynx in this series. You're not too worried? Well, you're better than me. I'm a little worried, but we shall see. I'm worried for the health of the team. I'm not worried about the team itself. I'm just worried about everybody getting back healthy. But we'll see how that goes. All right, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule. Let me see if I can pull that up right quick. Let's go to the schedule. So later on today, I hope I didn't click on that. Later on today, we still got 2 more games on the schedule. You got the Seattle Storm and the Los Angeles Sparks playing at 8 p.m. We were going to do that game on the watch along before I decided to do this one. You also got Connecticut and Las Vegas at 9 p.m. Eastern. That game is on NBA TV. So we have 2 more games after this one this evening. On Monday, we will be doing a watch along tomorrow. It's Connecticut versus Golden State. So Connecticut playing a back-to-back on the road. They're playing in Vegas tonight, Golden State tomorrow. On Tuesday we got 2 games. We got the Wings in Indiana, and then we have the Liberty at LA. Liberty going on a back-to-back. Liberty first night of a back-to-back. They'll be playing the Sparks at 10 p.m. We will be doing the watch along for that one. On Wednesday, a slew of games. I don't know if we'll be able to get to any. But we'll try. If we do get to one, it'll be New York versus Vegas if I can get home in time to do that. But you got Chicago, Connecticut, you got Golden State, Washington, New York, Vegas, and Atlanta, Seattle. Thursday, there's no games on Thursday, and then on Friday, you got 5 games. You got 5 games on Friday, all on Ion. Washington, Indiana, Golden State, Chicago, LA, Dallas, Seattle, Atlanta, and Vegas, Phoenix. Saturday, you got 1 game. New York on the road again, faces Minnesota again on Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern. And then on Sunday, another slew of games. Indiana, Connecticut, LA, Washington, Dallas, Vegas, Phoenix, Seattle, Atlanta, Golden State. All right, so that's the upcoming schedule from tomorrow, well, the rest of today until next Sunday. So make sure you're tapped in for the watch alongs. Make sure you are tapped in. Let me see if I can pull up my watch along schedule that I created. Oh, I don't think, did I download it? I will pull it up. But I will be doing a watch along Monday, Tuesday, possibly Wednesday, and then Sunday. So hope you make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. Helps the channel out tremendously. We just crossed over 1,200 subs. So I appreciate all the support this season and past seasons. We're winding our way down towards the end of the season. So make sure you stay locked in here, because I will be covering all the games throughout, as many games as possible throughout the rest of the season and the playoffs. Still contemplating if I want to get the playoff tickets for the Liberty, but if I do get those, I will be at those games most of the time. But if I don't, then we'll be right here on the channel doing streams. All right, looks like the broadcast is almost back. Yep. So I timed it perfectly. Thanks for everyone for hanging out on the halftime report. Hope you got some good information about what to look forward to the rest of this game and this upcoming week. All right, I'm going to end this poll. It looks like it's all in favor of the Dream. And in this poll, third quarter has started. Hey, Mom, what's going on? Yep, 1,200 subs. Salute to every single one of y'all. Nas Hillmon over to Pow Pow. Over to Nas, right side to Allisha Gray. Allisha Gray over to Pow Pow. Pow Pow dribbles left, gets into the paint. She should have shot it. Gets turned the ball over. Alyssa Thomas with the steal over to Natasha Mack. Corner to Akoa Makani. Up top to Satou. Satou down the lane. Alyssa Thomas, that push shot from the right elbow, rattles it in. Good start for the Mercury. A 3-point game, 39-36. Hillmon over to Pow Pow. Pow Pow, no hesitation for three, misses that one. Mack with the rebound. Conlanon, thank you for that. I totally forgot about that Canada game. Totally forgot about that Canada game. Thomas with the ball over to Kalia Copper. Ball almost gets stolen. Corner to Satou. She pump fakes for three. Satou with 2 on the clock. Steps back for 3. Gets blocked and rebound by Canada. Why did everything reset? Oh my goodness. Why did everything reset? Thank you. We have a stoppage. It's 39-36. I don't know why all my points reset for. 39-36. Thank you. 39-36. There we go. Pow Pow for 3. She misses. Thanks, Beulah. Satou transition 3. Short. Fight for the rebound. Bounces around. Gets out to Copper. Almost stolen by Canada. Why did that reset? I don't know. I'm confused. I'll figure it out later. And a kick ball here by the Dream. Ball stays with the Phoenix Mercury. Pow Pow to the bench. I'm not sure who checked in. Let's see. Caldwell checks in. Ball in play with the Mercury. Over to Copper. Copper comes off the screen, going to her left. 8 on the clock. Oh, crossover. Back to the left. Gets downhill. Goes with the left-hand layup and scores. And it's a 1-point game here. 39-38. Canada over to Bree Jones. Over to Allisha Gray. Spins off, going to her right. Corner to Hillmon. Hillmon with the ball. Bounce pass down to Bree Jones. Attacks Mack. Falls away and rattles it in. Bree Jones. Smooth move by Bree Jones. It's 41-38. Thomas with the ball. Hand off to Satou. Satou behind the screen. Steps back. Gives it to Thomas at the elbow. Hook pass over to Mack. Over to Copper in the corner in front of her bench. Copper for 3. And they call a foul on the 3-point shot. So that's going to be 3 free throws. Listen, the Minnesota Lynx are going to be there. It depends who's going to be there with them. Hopefully it's the Liberty. It's going to be a coach's challenge here by the Dream. On the fact that it was a 3-point foul shot. So we'll see if it is upheld when we come back. 7:31 to go in the third quarter. Looking at the comments, Beal says, why is Jordan last name in Canada? I don't know. RC says, I've watched both the Fever and Aces be inconsistent all year. I don't think they find their way to the WNBA finals. Yeah, I mean, inconsistency. I mean, it's a team can click though, but I don't see those two teams making it. Indiana's been dealing with way too much, man. They lost Caitlin with this groin injury. Then they lost both their backup point guards, Ari and Sydney Colson, both out for the season. They just signed Odyssey Sims earlier today. Just signed Odyssey Sims to a hardship contract earlier today. I still don't know what happened with her in LA. Like, she was out for personal and then she was no longer on the team. Maddox says, Jay, which 2 teams you got in the finals? I mean, my heart wants Minnesota, New York. But my mind, I don't know. I'm going to say my mind says Minnesota and somebody else. I got to see more from the Liberty. I got to see more. Bueller said you watched Dodgers Blue Jays awful game. Yeah. I don't even watch the Yankees anymore. I just get the alerts on my phone Yankees lost. Yankees lost. Yankees lost. That's as much as baseball as I'm watching. Same old story. Same old Yanks. We're at a timeout right now. That's why I'm not talking about the game. We're at a timeout right now. At a timeout. Salute to everybody on the stream. Salute. Glad you guys have joined. The Mercury were down as many as 17 in this game. They've climbed back to within 3 at the moment, looking to avenge their previous 2 losses against the Atlanta Dream. The Dream are leading the season series 2-0. This is the final game of the season series between the current 3 and 4 seeds in the WNBA. The Mercury cannot win the season series with a win here, but that'll be a good psychological factor, or a good plus to their record, because they'll be above them in record. It'll only come down to a tiebreaker if they end the season with the same record. That's a foul on Maya Caldwell. She smacks her whole forearm. That was a silly challenge there. So Kalia Copper at the line for 3 free throws. That's like the challenge Sandy Brondello did earlier today. Sigmund, what's going on? Yeah, Yankees really suck, man. We've got all the money in the world and can't put together a competent team to get consistent wins in the second half of a season. They start off the season so good, first place, and then they slowly start to fall off. The tale is old as time. Kalia Copper knocks down the first and the second to tie the game up at knocks down all 3, to tie this game up at 41. It's a tie game, y'all. Brand new game here, 41-41. And we have a foul away from the play here on Akoa Makani. Liz says Stewie will be back soon. She said end of the month, so hopefully we'll see. Hopefully Kennedy's back, Niara's back. Hopefully everybody's back, but then they're going to have to work their way into shape for the playoffs, but we'll see. Canada with the ball up top to Bree Jones, left side to, who is this? Maya Caldwell over to Canada. Canada, pump fakes for 3. Out to Caldwell. Caldwell for 3. Too strong. Rebound to Satou. Phoenix with a chance to take their first lead since the first quarter. Thomas down the lead, slows down, and scores. And the Mercury have their lead back, 43-41. And Canada with the turnover right to Satou. Mercury on the run again. Alyssa Thomas down the lane. Spin move, goes up, and they call a foul. And Alyssa Thomas will go to the line for 2 free throws. Phoenix feeling themselves right now, turning defense into offense. Atlanta looking like the Liberty in the third quarter, to turning the ball over and giving up points in transition. I don't know if that was a foul, but they can't challenge it. They lost their challenge. Yeah, this man Cashman need to get out the franchise, man. And Alyssa Thomas misses the free throw. Boone need to go. Cashman need to go. Users need a fresh mind, fresh start, man. RC says, JAC, that's what I don't like about the Fever. They're trying to play it safe. Bringing in Osen. They should have brought in Kelly or Sundell. I mean, they still think they can make some noise though, bro. They still think they can make some noise. Ball with Naz Hillmon. It's a 3-point game, 44-41. Gray over to Hillmon, down to Griner. Griner double clutches, misses, and Canada fight for the rebound, loses it. Satou picks it up. Over to Alyssa Thomas, left to right crossover, into the paint, out to Satou, wide open for 3, and she's off. Man, the building would have erupted with that one. She was wide open and just was short. Ball and play. I'm out of water. I need to go get some more water or juice at the next break. Ryan Howard checks in, ball to Griner. Griner left side to Canada. Canada comes back middle, down the lane, hangs, and lays it in. Great play there by Jordan Canada. It's a 1-point game. 44-43, Mercury on top. Satou off the screen. Throws it over to Thomas. Over to Satou. Satou pump fakes for 3. Gets down the hill and tries to reverse it stupidly and turns it out and gets blocked. Canada with the ball. Canada left to right. Right to left. Hand off to Rhyne Howard. Can she knock down the 3? Too strong off the back rim. Rebound to Thomas. Yeah, Odyssey Simpson's like 30 plus. That's 10 rebounds by Alyssa Thomas. Copper comes off the screen, misses the foul line jump shot. Rebound to the Dream. Ball down to Griner. Griner against Alyssa Thomas. Strength on strength, and a foul there by AT. Substitutions happening there. I don't know about the foul on that possession, but they called it, so it is what it is. 44-43. Dream to inbound in front of their bench. Rhyne Howard gets it into Griner. Hand off to Rhyne. Rhyne gets downhill, hangs, and gets fouled there by Kat Westbeld. So Rhyne Howard will go to the line for 2 free throws. Manic says the only team that could beat probably the Lynx. I still think they'll beat the Dream and the Mercury. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the teams look like at the end of the season, what the matchups are, because all of this could be matchup dependent as Rhyne Howard rattles in the first. Yeah, it's a 1-year deal on Griner. They went all in for this season, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with that if she wants to come back. 45-44, Dream retake the lead here. Sammy Whitcomb with the rock over to Copper, guarded tightly by Gray. Copper comes off that screen, gets back middle, blows by Griner, tries to go under the basket, handed off to AT, almost turns it over. She dives on the floor, and she does turn it over. Canada with the steal. Canada on the fast break goes up. Left-hand layup. Foul from behind by Sammy Whitcomb. And Canada is holding her right behind her right knee. Oh, she's holding, like, what's that? That's your hamstring? She's flexing her right knee. She's sitting on the floor here, and she gets helped up. Yeah. She wasn't able to land. Sammy Whitcomb's feet got tangled up with Jordan Canada as she was in the air. So Canada at the line. Jordan Canada currently with 9 points. Free throw is up and good for JC. Jordan Canada, a champion with the Seattle Storm, as I think she was the backup point guard behind Sue Bird. And she misses the second as I'm bigging her up. Hillmon out to Rhyne Howard. Pump fake. Reset. Fire. 3. Short. Rhyne Howard just trying to get back into a game rhythm. She just can't find that equilibrium here. She's either too long or too short. 46-44. We had a spillage here, court side. Some beverage got onto the court. So they're mopping up something. So I think the clock was wrong and somebody spilled a little bit here. They're trying to mop it up. You would think these courtside drinks need to have like a cover on them for that reason, but I digress. (46-44), 4:35 to go in the third quarter. It's been back and forth in this third quarter so far. Ball in play here with Sammy Whitcomb. Whitcomb over to Copper, left side to Thomas. Thomas at the top of the key here, guarded by Griner with 10 on the shot clock. Looking to get it to somebody. Copper has it. Now down to Bonner. Bonner shoots over Gray and scores. Double clutch by DeWanna Bonner on that one. ties the game up at 46. Bonner into double figures with 10. Ryan Howard out to Hillmon. Right side to Allisha Gray. Loads up for a 3, and she's off. Allisha Gray hasn't hit a 3 tonight. She's 0 for 4. Usually a really good 3-point shooter. Bonner tries to get back at her, and she misses. Raises her hand to the bench, saying, "That's my bad. Ill-advised shot there by the vet." Canada. Oh, and that's a travel. Canada tried to get it to Hillmon. It was a miscommunication. Hillmon wasn't hustling after it. But it's a turnover all the same. 8 turnovers by the Dream. Ryan Howard to the bench. She's a little frustrated with herself. Bree Jones checks in for Brittney Griner. Ball in play here with the Mercury. 46 all in what is a game for playoff positioning. Game for the 3rd seed going on right now. Current 3rd seed. DeWanna Bonner gets blocked from behind but fouled by Allisha Gray. DeWanna Bonner cuts along the baseline, gets found, tries to go for the layup and gets fouled by Allisha Gray. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw is up, and she knocks it down. Mercury retake the lead. Maddox said, "I'm excited for the NFL, Jay. Hope my Chiefs get it done." Man, just hope the Giants make the playoffs. Just hope the Giants make the playoffs. DeWanna Bonner makes the second. It's a 2-point game again, 48-46. Over to Naz Hillmon. Hillmon's been quiet since that first half barrage from 3. Gets it back down to Bree Jones. Bree Jones out to Hillmon. Hillmon loads up for a 3, short. Bree Jones gets the offensive rebound, draws the foul on the putback, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Yeah, Giants look like they got better. Drafted a new quarterback. Also picked up Russell Wilson. Hopefully he can give us something. Drafted a running back, Scatterbo. I'm not really a big, super knowledgeable college football guy for these new guys coming in and stuff. So they look to and seem to have gotten better. They won their preseason game, which is a good sign. We don't usually do that. So we'll see. Everybody always has the utmost faith at the beginning of the season when it's 0-0. And then by week 3, you know, this ain't going nowhere. Time to look at the look at the draft. 48-48 is the score. She hit both free throws, Bree Jones. Bree Jones up to 10 points now. Alyssa Thomas with the ball. Thomas looking to get it to Bonner. Bonner pump fakes, dribbles around, goes baseline, double clutches, misses, and a rebound by Allisha Gray. Bonner's on the floor. It's numbers here. Over to Canada. Canada for 3 in the lead, and JC for 3. 51-48. Not really a prolific 3-point shooter, but she can knock it down. Canada, what's she up to now? 13 points for Canada. Sammy Whitcomb with the ball. Pump fakes. Looking for Bonner, and they call a foul on Canada. They call a defensive 3-second call on the Atlanta Dream. Hey, Robert, what's going on? Salute, salute. Hope all is well, my friend, on this Sunday evening. Hope all is well. So I don't know what's going on here. Oh, Bree Jones bleeding from the chin. I didn't really see what play that did that, but they stopped the play to clean up some blood. Maddox said the Chiefs play you guys week 3. Yeah, that should be a blowout, but we'll see. We shall see. So Sammy Whitcomb at the line to shoot the 3-second defensive 3-second technical, and she misses. So Atlanta's still up 51-48 here. Akol Makani about to check in. Checks in for Copper. Low scoring game though, I will say. It feels low scoring. Nah, I'm being real, Maddox. I'm being real. I'm being real. We got nothing for Patty. Cole McConney to the lane and gets blocked by Bree Jones out of bounds. Phoenix will have 10 on the shot clock. Cole McConney to inbound, gets it into Thomas. Tipped out again by Bree Jones. Now it's 9 on the shot clock. Cole McConney gets it into Sammy Whitcomb with 7, 6. And gets blocked again by Bree Jones and out of bounds. Bree Jones just blocking everything. She's had a block, 2 blocks and a deflection on this one sequence. That should have been a foul, though, by Maya Caldwell. Ball in play to Alyssa Thomas. She says, I'm sick of this. Go to the basket, left hand, off the glass, scores. I'm a secondary Ravens fan. I should say I'm a Lamar Jackson fan. I want Lamar to succeed. Oh, Nas Hillmon left open for 3 off the back rim. Long rebound to Bree Jones. Over to Canada. Canada gets downhill, gets bumped, and misses. And there's an advantage here. 4 on 5 here. Canada is not back into play. And they turn it over. Maya Caldwell with the ball. Caldwell stops. Over to Allisha Gray. They're playing 4 on 5 here. Allisha Gray into the paint. Misses. Rebound to Gray. Gray goes up again and scores. And Jordan Canada is like 2 rows back. They got a foul. They're playing 4 on 5 here. Somebody foul. Foul. Oh my goodness. They're playing 4 on 5. Nobody fouls. And Phoenix still can't capitalize. Call a timeout or something. They're just going to keep playing? Jeez, Jordan Canada has been in the Jordan Canada getting carried to the locker room here. She's in a lot of pain. They played like 3 possessions with Jordan Canada behind the basketball stanchion on the floor. Nobody wants to foul or call a timeout. 53-50 is the score. That was wild. Jordan Canada is laying on the floor behind the basketball stanchion after that last play. They go up and down the court 2, 3 times. Nobody calls a timeout. Nobody intentionally fouls to stop the clock to get Jordan Canada helped off the floor so somebody could sub in. It's wild stuff. It's like that time when if y'all remember in the NBA where Carmelo Anthony, when he was on the Knicks, I think he fell on the floor, and then J.R. Smith was still like playing and like jumped over him to go shoot the ball or something. Like it was like that. Like what's going on here? So hopefully JC is okay. She had to be literally carried off the court by like security and one of the trainers. That's wild. Hope she's okay. She was playing really well. Let's take a look at the box score while we wait. 53-50 is the score. Bree Jones with 10 and 7. Y'all could take a look at this. I'm trying to see. Oh, Jordan Cannon, she was driving and then just pulled up lame. Oh, that same knee that was hurting her before. That same knee that she got tripped up on that Sammy Whitcomb play is the same leg she tried to push up off of and got hurt. Ball in play. Hillmon for 3. Misses. They get the offensive rebound. I'm trying to hear what they're saying about JC. She couldn't put any weight on that right leg, so that's not good. Maya Caldwell has to throw it up at the buzzer, and that's a shot clock violation. Kimo said they were probably waiting for the rest of Grant injury stoppage. Listen, sometimes if the refs ain't granting it, you just gotta just take the intentional foul to let it happen. Your teammate is back there in agony, and you're playing 4 on 5, so you're at a disadvantage. It didn't hurt them, but you gotta think about that part. Cole McConney with the ball. Over to Natasha Mack. Hand off to Bonner. Bonner, step back for 3. Tries that step through move she likes to do. Off the rim, misses. Natasha Mack, offensive rebound, rolls around and misses. Rebound goes to Hillmon. 15 seconds. Shot clock is off. My clock is a little behind. It's 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Over to Hillmon. 3, 2, 1. Hillmon with the drive. Floater gets two-hand volleyball blocked by Natasha Mack. And that's how the fourth quarter begins, or third quarter ends. 53-50. The Dream with the lead. They get outscored 16-14 in that quarter, but they still have the lead. Let me do this first. Make sure my score doesn't reset this time. There we go. Fourth quarter, 53-50. Now we can take a look at the box score. 10-7, 10-7 for Bree Jones. 9-11 for Naz Hillmon. She's 1 point away from a double-double. Allisha Gray with 7. Has a pretty quiet night for her overall. Jordan Canada went out with an injury just now. 13 points. Tahina Pow with 5. Hasn't played a lot in this second half so far. Only 9 minutes total. None for Nia Coffey. 2 for BG. 3 for Caldwell. 4 for Ryan Howard. Shooting 26% from 3. 36% overall. Phoenix Mercury, Alyssa Thomas, 15 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Don't think she gets the triple-double tonight. Mac with no points, but does have 2 blocks. Satou with 5 points that she had in either the second or the third quarter. 7 for Copper, and Akol Makani with 3. Dawana Bonner with 12. 5 for Kat Westbeld, and 3 for Sammy Whitcomb. They're shooting 30% from 3, 32% overall. Looking at the comments, Maddox says, I like the Ravens, but they can't beat the Chiefs though, especially in the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, that's the bugaboo. They can dominate the regular season, they get to the playoffs and they just can't come through. So that's been their Achilles heel. Hopefully Lamar and them can get over it if the Giants aren't in it. I do want to show you guys the little trophy I got today, with my Liberty points. It's actually like a real solid trophy. It's like real metal or solid material. What it says? Can y'all see that? I don't even know if y'all can see that. There's something about New York Liberty, but y'all know what I'm trying to show. It says New York 2024 Women's National Basketball Association Champions, New York Liberty. I had to use some of my Liberty points to pick it up today. It's right here next to Ellie. Sits right there. All right, I did say I need to get something to drink. I'll be right back, y'all. Let me pull up the stats for y'all so y'all can take a look. In case I'll be right back. Right back just in time. I didn't miss anything. They just got back in play. Yeah, Chemo, it is pretty cool. I didn't know what to expect when I ordered, when they said you could use your points to get it. And I opened it when I got home and I was like, oh, this is actually pretty solid. Pretty solid. We had a foul here away from the play. Caldwell fouls Copper. Satou Sabally to inbound here. Satou gets it into Mac. Mac over to Dawana. Dawana down to Satou. Bad pass. Stolen by the Dream. Ryan Howard with the ball. Ryan Howard over to Naz Hillmon. Hillmon back to Ryan Howard. Left side of the floor. They send the trap over. Ball on the floor. And it's a jump ball between Bonner and Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard, I know she's just coming off injury, but she just doesn't look right. Thunderhawk, salute. What's going on? Salute. Max said, would I be surprised if the Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl? I wouldn't be surprised. You can't count out Patty. Will they win is a different story, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're back. Got a little dynasty moving there in Kansas City. Yeah, Liz, I was so upset today. I didn't get to the game early enough to get they were giving away free hats to the first 6,000 fans, and by the time I got there, the hats were ran out of hats. So it was like airbrushed Liberty across like the front of it. Jump ball here between Hillmon and Satou. Jump ball goes off of Cole McConney's hands, and she's on the run here. Cole McConney won the beat. Oh, she smokes the layup. Rebound to Caldwell. Caldwell gets it up to Ryan Howard. Howard down to Bree Jones. Spins on Mac. Pump fakes and gets blocked by Mac. Rebound by Satou over to Copper. Copper wide open for three. Enough time to set the feet, test the win, and misses. Mac gets the deflection. Rebound over to Bonner. Over to Satou. Satou on the drive. Goes up left hand layup. Misses. Man, Phoenix, a bunch of opportunities and just can't capitalize there. It's still 53-50. Over to Maya Caldwell. Caldwell drives baseline, goes reverse layup, and scores on Cole McConney. Do you have the Eagles back in the Super Bowl? Nah, I don't know. I don't think the Eagles make it back though. Jay, do you call NFL games too? Nah, I'm not as locked in with the NFL. Sahi, salute for the follow. Drive by Ryan Howard down the lane, misses. Hillmon with the rebound, finds a cutting Allisha Gray. Can she finish? Takes the foul and one Allisha Gray. She's had a quiet night scoring, but gets a big basket and foul there. Naz Hillmon gets fouled there. Coach Curtis, they said they haven't like give a definitive answer as to what the issue is, but it looks like a left knee injury. But they haven't, but she's not gonna return, I don't think. She was literally carried to the locker room, so I don't think she's coming back. Timeout on the floor, 8:05 to go. 57-50 is the score. 57-50. Let me take a quick slide. Thunderhawk says I will be in Indy Tuesday for the Dallas game. CC returns this Tuesday? You think? That's what they said? That'll be interesting. Enjoy. Hope you enjoy. Oh, excuse me. I'll be streaming the Liberty LA game on Tuesday evening. It's always funny watching these like these people you know, the in between quarter show when they got these random Joes over there jumping off the trampoline and dunking. So funny watching this. I can't lie, it probably does take some skill. They got some girl doing it too. Let me see what she got. I thought she was about to dunk it. She just jumped off and threw it off the backboard to the last guy. Oh, this other girl tried to do like a windmill. Yo, this is funny. I can see why kids like this type of stuff. I know what you meant, Thunderhawk. It's supposed to be a rivalry. Maddox said, what team in the NFC could beat the Eagles? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not super locked in with football, to be completely honest with y'all. Oh, this dude almost killed himself. This man, I know his ribs hurting. This man hit his whole rib on the rim. As long as they don't mess the rim up and then they have to come out there and level it again. Nah, you know what I mean? I should put some respect on their name. They probably like some good athletes, but come on now. My son balding at the top of his head. This man ain't no real athlete. Come on. All right, let me put some respect. He probably is. He more athletic than me, and I'm over here talking smack from the couch. All right, broadcast is finally back. Real basketball is finally back. Oh no, the Liberty lost, man. The game was close until halftime, until like 5 minutes, 5 minutes into the third quarter. And then the Liberty just like crapped the bed the rest of the game. AR, it was close until it wasn't. We literally just crapped the bed in that second part of the third quarter into the fourth. Allisha Gray scores the free throw for the 3-point play. 8-point lead here. 17-6 run here for Atlanta. From the third all the way to the fourth extended. Satou trying to post up Allisha Gray. She's fighting. That's what you like to see. Your stars fighting out down in the post, even when there's size advantage. Satou, what a hook pass to Alyssa Thomas. Left hand layup is good. That was a tough pass by Satou. She did some Magic Johnson hook pass. Ryan Howard with the ball up top to Hillmon. Hillmon over to Maya Caldwell. Caldwell with the ball with 8 on the shot clock. Over to Ryan Howard. Guarded out deep by Alyssa Thomas. Down to Bree Jones. Oh, no, sorry. Brittney Griner. Out to Allisha Gray. Wide open for 3. Off the back rim. Fight for the rebound. Matt gets it. Outlet up to Dawana Bonner, who's by herself all the way down the lane and scores. How do you leave her all the way down there by herself? 58-54. Dawana with 14 points off the bench. Ryan Howard with the ball. Shoot it, Ryan. Ryan for 3. I should have said don't shoot it, Ryan. Because she shoots it, it bounces off the rim and hits the shot clock. Ryan Howard, shots she usually dunks down, just off. Wide open. Yeah, Thunderhawk. They're very inconsistent this season. The Liberty are, but they got a month to figure it out. Season ends on September 11th. Naz Hillmon in the gets to steal. Naz Hillmon with the ball. Hillmon absolutely cooking out there. 9 points, 12 rebounds. Allisha Gray with the ball. Comes off the screen going left. Allisha Gray over to Hillmon. Right side to Ryan Howard. Gets downhill. Goes, oh, they leave her open. Reverse layup. She smokes it. Ryan Howard just can't believe it. She cannot score. 0 for 7 from the field. That was the easiest look tonight. A reverse layup. And she misses it. Yeah, she got to come out. Don't get a tech now. They call a tech. Oh, she got ejected. I mean, she wasn't doing a damn thing anyway. So head to the showers, Ryan. Back-to-back text on Ryan Howard and sent her to the locker room. She said she was upset at that foul call. She said that's BS, but she said the full word. She said it multiple times to the ref. And after she gave her the first text, she was walking after her, clapping, and then Naz Hillmon tried to take her away, but it was too late. Dawana Bonner knocks down both technical free throws for the home team. It's a 2-point game. 58-56. So Tahina Pow checks back in for her. Thomas over to Bonner. Bonner back out to Thomas with 10 on the shot clock. Thomas crossover into the lane, spins, tries to go up, under, nowhere to go, throws it out to Satou with 3 on the clock. Satou has to stop. That should be an offensive foul. It is. And a moving screen by Alyssa Thomas. Allisha Gray laying on the ground trying to catch her breath. Her teammates give her a little fake CPR. Yeah, wide open mislays are inexcusable. She did the hard part, getting free, and smoked the reverse. But now she's in the locker room. She gonna watch from the couch like you and I. Tahina gets it over to Bree Jones. Over to Tahina. Drives baseline. Tahina goes baseline. Get out to Maya Caldwell. She snatched back, dribbles from the 3. Over to Allisha Gray with 5 on the clock. Over to Hillmon. Down to Bree Jones. Bree Jones attacks Mac. And misses. Rebound to Dawana Bonner. Gets hit in the face on the reach-in. And Alyssa Thomas crosses half court. She's upset Bonner didn't get the call there. Gets it down to Satou. Satou in the paint. Triple teamed over to Mac. Mac floater is up. Tie game. (58-58). And they call a foul away from the play on Copper. (58-58). Ball and play to Bree Jones. This game's going to come down to the wire here. Over to Allisha Gray. Allisha Gray out to Bree Jones. Bree Jones, first three of the game, and she knocks it down. Bree Jones, I'm telling you, this Carl Smesco system, everybody has liberties to shoot threes. Bree doesn't shoot a lot, but she hits a big one there. 13 points for her, 61-58 Dream. Copper over to Thomas. Thomas push shot from the foul line, short. They let up Matt come around and get the rebound, but Bree Jones steals it away. Gets it over to Allisha Gray. Allisha Gray gets downhill to the left and loses the ball before the spin. Copper with the steal. Copper, one person in her sights, goes up, attacks, and scores. 1 point game. 61-60. Quickly up to Caldwell. Down to Bree Jones. Bree Jones, spin move on Mac. Goes up and scores on Mac. In a blink of an eye, they return the favor here. 63-60. He's going back and forth. Bree Jones with a double-double. 15 and 12, I think they said. Yeah. 15 and 10, excuse me. And who's that? Alyssa Thomas with the response. She lays it in on the right-hand side. It's 63-62. Caldwell with the ball. Over to Pow Pow. Down to Bree Jones. Almost tried to dream shake, but throws it out to Allisha Gray. Wide open for three. Allisha Gray cashes out. Timeout, Phoenix. Her first three of the game, she was 0 for 5. A big-time three right there for Allisha Gray. 66-62. 3:34 to go in this one. I'm glad we got a good game on our hands because that one I watched earlier was trash. 66-62, 13-12 quarter in favor of the Dream. Let me refresh, make sure my stats are all the way up. Bree Jones, double-double, 15 and 10. You got Naz Hillmon, 1 point away from a double-double with 9 and 12. 13 for Allisha Gray with 5 rebounds, 5 assists. 13 for Jordan Canada. She got carried off in the third quarter with a injury that seems to be serious. Hopefully she's okay. We haven't heard anything since. Let me refresh social media, see if they got any update on the Jordan Canada news. It just says Jordan Canada leg won't return Sunday, so she's not coming back in this one. You got Tahina Pow Pow with 5, Coffee with none, 2 for Griner, 5 for Caldwell. Ryan Howard 4 points, but she got double teched up and ejected in the fourth quarter. For the Phoenix Mercury, you got Alyssa Thomas, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Not getting that triple-double tonight. I said that earlier. 2 for Mac. You got 5 for Satou. If she makes me lose my fantasy matchup this week, we're going to have some issues. 9 for Kalia Copper, 3 for Akol Makani. Off the bench, Dewana Bonder keeping the minute with 16 points and 4 rebounds. 5 for Kat Westbeld, 3 for Sammy Whitcomb. All right. So they over there doing the t-shirt toss and shooting the t-shirt out the guns out there. And they got like a bazooka t-shirt. A bazooka t-shirt gun out there. That thing smoking and just shooting them things all over the place. Looking at the comments now. Salute to y'all. Yeah, it's an up-tempo game, definitely, AR. Chemo said this feels like 2 heavyweights going for the knockout. Yeah, definitely. Mike P, what up? I have Thomas plus 9 boards. She has 0 in the second half. It'd be like that. But she gonna need to get one in this last 3.5 minutes if they want to win this game. Force a stop and get a rebound. Yeah, both good teams. Both teams fighting for that 3 seed right now. They both have a 19-11 record. If the Mercury come back and win, they'll move into 2 seed. If the Dream win, they'll move into tied for the record with the Liberty. As Copper goes downhill, smokes the left-hand layup, rebound to Hillmon. She's been a beast on the boards. Naz Hillmon up to 13 rebounds. Pow with the rock. Top of the key, hand off to Allisha Gray. Right side, comes off the Hillmon screen. Going to her dominant left hand. Attacks the glass and scores with the left. That's how you finish a contested layup. Allisha Gray coming to life here. She's up to 15. 68-62. Oh, Dewana Bonner stops. Bounce pass to a rolling Alyssa Thomas. That was a nice 2-woman game there. And Thomas with the layup. 21 for Alyssa Thomas with 8 rebounds. Hopefully she gets one more for Mike P's bet. Pow out to Hillmon. Corner to Caldwell. Caldwell 3. Oh, misses. And Westbell gets that rebound. 2:27 to go here. 4-point game. 2-possession game. Thomas at the controls. Gets it down to Copper. Copper gets blocked there by Pow. And Copper throws it. And it's a turnover by the Mercury. Almost couldn't even get my words out. What a block by the rookie on Kalia Copper. Pow picks up her dribble, gets it over to Hillmon. Hillmon faces up on Satou with 8 on the shot clock. Over to Bree Jones, down to Hillmon. Hillmon goes up on Bonner and they call a foul. They call a foul on Dewana Bonner. So let me see this block. Tahina Pow, clean block, goes up with the left hand and blocks it. What a block by Tahina Pow on Kalia Copper. Naz Hillmon knocks down the free throw. 69-64. We got a 154 to go here. Second one is up and knocks it down. 70-64. Now Hillmon with the double-double. She's up to 11 points, 13 rebounds for Naz Hillmon. So 2 players for the Dream in double-doubles. They're 2 forwards. 70-64 over to Satou. She's been quiet. Can she hit this one? Misses the long 3. Bree Jones with another board. They get it over to Pow. 134 to go here. 90 seconds now, I should say, to go. And they call a moving screen by Bree Jones. Pow went a little bit too early on that drive. Got to give your big a little bit more time to come to a stop on that screen. Pow went a little bit too early. But it is Phoenix ball now. 70-64. A minute 25 to go here. Copper comes off the screen, gets downhill over to Thomas. Thomas pump fakes the pass. Thomas nowhere to go. Thomas over to Bonner. Bonner comes off the screen, crossover into the paint, goes up, throws up some BS. Satou offensive rebound, reverse layup is good. Big offensive rebound and putback by Satou. She's only up to 7 points. 4-point game here, a minute to go. Pow, top of the key. Ball needs to find Allisha Gray. They call a foul on Satou. Away from the play, a push by Satou Sabally. And they're in the bonus here. So it's free throws for Atlanta. Allisha Gray at the line, 81% from the line. 4 free throws here. Allisha with a chance to seal it here pretty much. First free throw is up. Cashes in. Sammy Whitcomb checks in for, who's this? I don't know who went out. Oh, Westbeld went out. You better hope she misses this one, my friend. For your rebound, Mike. But I don't think she will. Allisha Gray at the line for her second free throw. And she does miss. The rebound, oh, it tips over Thomas' head and it's a timeout. Damn, that's crazy. The rebound gets tipped over her head and Sammy Whitcomb picks it up. Oh, man. That's crazy. Oh, damn. Sammy Whitcomb in the inbound. Gets it over to Copper. Back to Sammy. Sammy spins. Looking for Copper on the roll. Oh, almost turned it over. They call a late foul call. So it's 50 seconds to go here. That was a foul. The first foul in the last 2 minutes for the Dream. They get it down to Thomas. Ball gets tipped away by Caldwell. So a half a second goes off the clock. Timeout on the floor here. Coach Tibbetts calls a timeout. Team can't even inbound the ball. So they're trying to figure out a play here. 71-66 is the score. 71-66. Let's take a look at this. Salute to everybody here. Salute everybody in the chat, on the stream, on the YouTube, Twitch. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you leave a like. Subscribe if you're new here. We'll be doing watch-alongs all. We do watch-alongs all season long. We'll be back tomorrow and Tuesday. Most likely Wednesday as well. So make sure you're subscribed so you get notified when I'm about to go live. What up, Tudo? Thank you, Atlanta. If they hold on, we'll see. But Atlanta being solid defense, man. A team flying all over the court together on their switches and everything. Word. Also, I always forget to mention the Discord. It's at the bottom of the screen. Join the Discord. Mike P, salute for the super chat, my friend. Salute. Hopefully you can get this rebound for your 9+ boards, Alyssa Thomas. They're showing the records here on the screen. Atlanta with a win moves tied. Well, both teams, whoever wins moves tied with the Liberty, but Atlanta will be still in the 3rd seed due to losing 2 games to the Liberty. The Mercury will be ahead. Alyssa Thomas with the ball. 48 seconds to go. Thomas over to Copper. Copper for 3. They need it. They don't get it. Rebound. Bounces off a bunch of Phoenix players and out of bounds. 71-66. 42 seconds to go here. Bree Jones checks in for Nia Coffee. Excuse me. Hillmon to inbound here. 2-possession game here. What happened? They call a timeout. They might call it. They call a regular timeout or a reset? No, they called a real timeout. The Dream called a real timeout here. I thought they were gonna call a reset to advance the ball. So Atlanta on their way to sweeping the season series against the Mercury with a win here. They would have won the season series 3-0. And that will come in handy coming down the stretch. If they're tied at the end of the season in record, they'll have the upper hand. There's a couple more games starting momentarily at 8 o'clock. We have, what do we have? We have, I think, Seattle and another team. Seattle and LA at 8 o'clock. I'm not doing that game. It's been a long day. Went to the game earlier, and then I'm doing this game, so no more games for me tonight, but I will be watching on the couch. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. We just passed 1,200 subs on the last stream. Appreciate you guys for all the support. Thanks for everyone who subbed up on this one as well. We got about 5 or so new subs on this one. Miracle, what's going on? Don't forget to hydrate. Definitely. I got my bev here. I shouldn't be drinking ginger ale. I should be drinking water, but it is what it is. I'll drink some water afterwards. All right, guys. 42 seconds to go here. It's Dream Ball. Trying to get it in. Caldwell. Oh, barely gets it into Allisha Gray and a foul immediately by Copper. Bart Mark says beer Sunday. Yeah, should have cracked open a nice cold beverage. AR, salute. Appreciate you, my friend. Let me see what they're saying on the socials. If they have updated anything about JC. Nope, nothing, no update. So free throws here for Allisha Gray to add to her point total. This is pretty much to ice the game with these. Allisha Gray, first free throw is up. Cash. What up, Cat? What's going on? I don't know what the discussion here is between Hillmon and Bonner here. Allisha Gray with 17 points. And fight for the rebound. It gets tipped out by Coffee. Ball to the Mercury, excuse me. Ball and play with Sammy. Sammy comes off that screen, going to her left. Sammy over to Alyssa, back to Sammy. Sammy gets downhill under the basket, tries to throw it to Alyssa Thomas, stolen by Pow Pow. They've scouted that play really well today. Sammy likes to drive under the basket and then pass it back out, and it's been a turnover every time. Hillmon with the ball. Hillmon is, they call a foul. I don't know if they wanted the foul, but Hillmon had a wide open layup. They foul Hillmon. Hillmon to the line for free throws. Yeah, this game is pretty much over as Hillmon goes to the line. Big game for Naz Hillmon as she hits this first free throw. Naz Hillmon up to what she has 12. Oh damn, this thing just cut me off immediately. I was reading how much she had. And she knocks down the second. That's probably 13 for Naz Hillmon with like 13 rebounds. I need to pull the stats back up. Bonner just going to dribble out the clock here. And that's how this game went on, people. That's how this game will end. The Atlanta Dream sweep the season series against the Phoenix Mercury. 20-11 is their record now. The Mercury fall to 19-12. 74-66 is the final score. Sorry to everybody who was waiting on that Alyssa Thomas rebound or two. She does not come through. All right, Liz. Adios. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out, Mark. Peace. Let's take a quick look at the box score before I get out of here myself. 74-66 final score. The Dream outscored Phoenix 21-16 in this fourth. For the Dream, Bree Jones, 15 points, 11 rebounds. You got Naz Hillmon, 12 points, 13 rebounds. You got 17 for Allisha Gray, 13 for Jordan Canada. Hopefully she's okay. 5 for Pow Pow. Got 2 for Griner. They only got 11 points off their bench. Nothing crazy. Phoenix Mercury, Alyssa Thomas, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. You got Mac with 2, 7 for Satou, terrible night, 9 for Kalia Copper, 3 for Akol Makani. Off their bench, Bonner gave him 16, 5 for Kat Westbeld, 3 for Sammy Whitcomb. All right, y'all, that's it from me. Appreciate the likes, the subs, the super chats, the comments in the chat. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As Con Landing just mentioned, as I predicted, and as a bunch of you guys in the chat predicted, if I look at the poll, 67% of us said the Dream would win, and the Dream do come through. The Liberty do stay at the 2 seed with that win. Dream are at 3, and Phoenix is at 4, I believe. Yep, they're at 4. So the standings pretty much stay the same. The standings are the same. Still, I'm going to show you the standings right quick. So nothing changes. The only thing that will change is the win for the Atlanta Dream and the loss for the Phoenix Mercury. But in terms of people moving up or down in the standings, that all stays the same right now. All right, y'all. Appreciate everything. I will be back on tomorrow at let me see what time that the only game is. That game is at 10 p.m. Eastern, Connecticut and Golden State. Live from Golden State. I mean, I'm not gonna be live from Golden State, but the game is live from Golden State. But I'll be on 9:50 p.m. Eastern, talk about the game, getting ready for it, and predictions for it. Appreciate all the subs, likes, everything. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday or Monday, wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. It's Jay Jordan. I'm out. Salute.